Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see part of this makeup look, okay, a little bit of technical difficulties. If you want to have a little bit of chit chat, catch up, keep watching.
Maybe I've been going nowhere lately. It's time to start all over and go for it.
Welcome back, guys. It feels so good to sit here and to be able to talk to you. I sat down and I was putting on my eyeshadow, which honestly is two colors, and my eyelashes. I did put on my foundation, and the microphone unhooked. And then, go through the 3 little steps I did real quick, okay? So I applied the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams, and I did this first shade. I just did the sparkle, the first like a satin shade, and I put that all over, and then I just did the matte shade, and I did like this all over the eye and in the crease. That was it. And then I applied the Dior Skin Glow Foundation in the shade 5W. This is an SPF 15, and it also is 70 or 60% of skincare, not for sure. And I'm in the shade 5W, which is on the warmer side. I have moved back home, back to Chicago. As you can see, I have a different background. The last video I posted, that was not my apartment that I was in. But look at God, it's very similar, right? I'm like facing a building. Can't really see anything, which is great because people are crazy, okay? Yes, I've moved back home. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Jasmine. By the way, if there's any other Jasmines out there, someone told me that the name Jasmine, like jasmine is a flower and it's the most expensive flower. That made me so happy. Anyways, left home in 2017, October, like of the month of October. I went to Los Angeles. I went to school in Los Angeles. I went to school for acting. No, I have not booked the role yet. We getting there. I went to school, and then I left Los Angeles January the 1st of 2021. Went to Atlanta, stayed there from 2021 to April 2022. I was back home April the 15th of 2022. I got settled into my apartment May the 1st of 2023. So that's a little timeline, and y'all, we're going to talk about the moving point first. I was not supposed to come, well, in my head, I wasn't supposed to come back home, but in God's will, I was supposed to come back home. His will holds more power and is better than what's up here. I was not going to come back home. So I was not happy at first, okay, about having to come back home. I was upset, devastated, irritated. It was given no, but I'm happy I did. And actually, when I was in Atlanta, y'all gonna be like, girl, what? I actually had a desire to want to come home. Even when I went to Atlanta, I did not have a desire to move there. God put that desire there. So sometimes when God is going to take you from here to there, he'll put like this desire in your heart to make you more, what is the word? Accepting of his will, if I should say. Atlanta, I was like, man, where am I going to go next? I know, like, I'm getting ready to wrap up here. I feel it in my spirit. But where do I want to go next? I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Like, I've been here, I've been there. It has been a journey. I have had Job seasons. I have had David seasons. Like, I want to go home. Like, I was living in Los Angeles. I would come home to like gather myself, to regroup, to refresh in. Happy, I'm grateful. And I literally got the apartment I prayed for. Y'all, pray. Prayer is very powerful. Pray. I want to add a little bit more of this eyeliner. I actually fail. I'm going to add the eyeliner in 58 in the waterline. Add a little bit more. I had already put some, but add a little bit more. Pray for my apartment to have a really good deal. I got a really good deal. Living downtown Chicago has always been like a dream for me. You probably just like, Why? Girl, I don't know. It's always been a dream for me to live downtown Chicago. This is the Hourglass concealer in the shade Flax. Downtown Chicago was just always expensive, and I just never made enough money to actually afford it. But because of God, He made it happen. He gave me some more money. He also lowered the price. He picked this unit for me. You guys, actually, the unit I was staying in when I did that last video, I was in a partel. The same room number that was is the same apartment. So they give you the list of which units they have for rent, like unit 505, unit 606. Like they kind of give you that list. Gave me multiple, and I'm just like, God, which one do I pick? Led me to go back in my phone because I took a picture of the unit that I stayed in at the hotel in March. The same number as the apartment number I'm in now. Look at that. I had to do such a long commute, okay? The commute was long. Uncalled for. And one day, the freaking train had an issue, the metro per usual, because I had to commute. So I was extremely tired all the time. I had to get off. I had to get off the train. And I was so upset. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired of this train. I was so mad. I was like, and then I just get off and I just start walking. I could have stayed on away from the repair it, but I got off and just started walking. Why? I don't know. I just got off and started walking. So then I look around. I'm like, I'm walking over this bridge. I'm like, where am I? Where am I? I'm thinking I'm walking to the next rail line. I'm like, where am I? When I got off and I'm walking, I noticed a certain type of peace. That's a good thing. Sometimes when you go in a place or you go somewhere, you notice a certain type of peace. Outside, I'm on a bridge, this stores, Target, stuff like that. I'm outside. I'm not in like a church, not in a house, but I notice a peace and I'm like, where am I? So I had a little extra time left, so I ended up going to the gym. Why? Was that the same neighborhood I live in right now? Because downtown Chicago has like a few different neighborhoods. I'm not going to mention which neighborhood I live in because, as I always say, people are crazy, people are watching, and you don't know who's watching you. Okay, so look how beautiful that is, like so beautiful. So a lot of times I was being upset, you know, God was like, I understand, I completely understand, but I'm gonna help you out. And now I'm all moved in, I'm still settling in. If the apartment sounds empty, it's because it is. I'm still getting settled in, I'm still ordering furniture, I'm still just getting things, trying to get back, going to the gym, looking for a new dentist. I'm still fully getting settled in. Like when you move to like these different places, like these new states, these new cities, you know, you fully got to get settled in with getting a new doctor, a new dentist. Health is wealth. Book your dental appointment, book your doctor's appointment, whatever you need. Take care of yourself. Days, doctor's appointments, they be all booked up. They be totally booked up. Like everything just be booked up. The makeup I am using today is just out of a makeup bag. All my makeup is still packed up. So I really don't know exactly what to use because it's still packed up. I've been purchasing a lot of makeup as well. I'm trying to like separate that so I can use it for like videos and things like that. So we just kind of all over the place. New apartment, new beginnings. And like I said, number 8 means new beginnings. Like I'm always seeing number 8. Matter of fact, these Huda Beauty lashes in the shade Scarlet, number 8. So the reason I always say biblical terms is because nowadays, and especially trendy wise, people associate numbers with angels. I don't. Because angels have names, not numbers. And I kind of almost went into that path too, but God, you know, grabbed me right by the collar and was like, come here. So yes, number 8 in biblical terms means new beginnings. And God was giving me that number to the core. I was in a grocery store. All I wanted was some dark chocolate covered sea salt pretzels. Yes, that's all your girl wanted. Went in the store, I'm walking around for these pretzels, like looking for them. Like one little bag of pretzels. Using the Huda Beauty Tantour in medium. This was in storage for a minute, so I'm so happy to be using this again. But yes, so where was I? Because I got a phone call. I forgot where I was at. I'm walking around in the grocery store, and I finally just stop and ask for associate, because I'm like, sometimes I don't like asking them because it be right in our face, and they be like, it's right there. So I was like, hey, do you know where y'all chocolate covered pretzels are? Like, I'm really looking for them. She was like, I'm not for sure. Let me check. And then she goes, oh, aisle 8. And I smiled and I just walked off. Didn't find the pretzels. They were not in aisle 8. But I've even been screenshotting. God been giving me number 8 and number 3. And number 3 means complete, fullness, wholeness. So yes, new beginnings. And I'm in a brand new building. I'm the first person to live in this apartment. So yeah, I'm getting all settled in, but I'm going to edit videos. I still will be doing makeup and good talk. I just have to fully just kind of get organized and settled in for that, since I always like kind of put God in the mix when I talk about those. So I kind of got to be in a different, headspace. New beginnings. So if you've been seeing number 8, new beginnings. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in honey. I'm going to be setting my under eye with this. During like my time kind of off where I wasn't like posting, I had a very tough time. I'm not going to get into everything because I don't feel the need to share everything, and you don't want to share too much. Be careful on what you share. Some things are just between you and God, and keep it that way. So anyways, I had a dog. I got a dog. The dog name was King. And I wanted a dog so bad in Atlanta. I would go to the pet store, like, I'm gonna be honest here, and act like I was gonna buy the dog just so I can play with it. German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers are expensive. Like, they're expensive, large breed dogs. I mean, I'm talking like starting at $4,000 or $5,000 and going up, depending on what kind it is. So I started having these dreams about like a dog, and I'm like, maybe I'm going to get one soon. So I ended up getting a dog. My cousin called me one day and was like, hey, there's this lady who breeds German Shepherds. Like, she has a dog for a really good price. I went and I ended up not even having to pay for the dog. My mom did. So I got my dog and he ended up passing. He was very, very young. I ended up getting one out of the litter that had health complications. So when I tell y'all, I was so devastated. And when I was at the Target, before I got the phone call, before my dad called me and told me that my dog had passed, the song came on my playlist, He'll Make It All Right. Like, why did this song come on? I'm listening to R&B right now. Why did this song come on? And then my dad told me, he's like, I think your dog is dying, because I guess he was seasoned. And my dad's home caregiver, who's like family, was there, and she said, like, he started season, the sun came out and shined on him. But she said, before he started season, he set up really high, kind of like he was in extremely good health. And she said the sun shined so bright on him, and this was like fall. And she said he ended up just like passing. And she said when like he passed, she smelled dog food, but there was no dog food around. Like, there was like no feces. So I was like, But sometimes I have German Shepherds in my dream, and I miss my dog. I love German Shepherds. German Shepherds are my favorite dog breed. I love dogs in general. Dogs are beautiful. But I love German Shepherds. My first German Shepherd I was in the 5th grade. My dad's friend gave him to me. Her name was Princess, and I loved her. And my second one I just had last April, his name was King, and I named him after the Book of Kings. So he ended up passing, and he was so protective. He was so funny. He had just like the best personality, and he was just a little gangster, and I love that. And I was just very, very devastated. This is my first time using this product. It's the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector in dark. It kind of comes with a highlighter and also like a bronzer. So I'm gonna like mix those two and bronze with it. And when I say like I was super devastated, like I'm gonna kind of keep it real, like I'm gonna be honest, I literally was in my room. Like I ended up being off 2 days. Like they scheduled me 2 days off without them even like knowing that my dog died. So it was just 2 days off organically. And I just was like in my room crying. Like I was very devastated and I didn't even want to see another dog. Honestly, I didn't want to see another dog. I didn't want to look at another dog. And I had to walk past a vet going to work when I got off the train. And I wouldn't even like look in the vet. I was so devastated. I had no clue how much of a bond and a connection me and my dog had. And I feel like my dog taught me also how to love more. It was really cool. But now he's in heaven, all the bones, running up a rainbow bridge, running everything, because he was just a natural leader. So yeah, but now I have a new dog. His name is Noah. And what's so crazy is that I would say a month before King passed, I was having the desire to have another dog, right? So God gave me the name Noah. He gave me, and it was for a dog. He gave me the name Noah. And I was like, okay, because I wanted King to have a buddy, like a friend, because King was not well socialized. He was very territorial. Getting a desire, I was like, okay, I think I can get another dog. Because I was like, I don't know if I want another. Because like once the other dog passed, you kind of go through this thing where you're like, I don't want another dog. Because you're so devastated, right? So I was like, okay. And then my cousin calls me. He's like, hey, she got a dog left. I'm like, really? So I go and get the dog. My coworker takes me to go get the dog. And he's such a beautiful blessing. His name is Noah. He's a German Shepherd. He's 4 months. He's a big baby. I love him. You guys are gonna see him more. And I love German Shepherd. I was laying in my bed one day. I was in Atlanta. And I was just thinking about like, why do I love German Shepherds so much? And I feel like God gave me this revelation, right? So a German Shepherd is known for what? Being loyal, being protective. They're great protective dogs, but they're very, very loving. And the scripture says, the Lord is my shepherd. How cool is that? Let me see if I can put him in the camera for y'all. Let me see. But first, let me add on some blush. So I have a new favorite blush, and it is the Chanel Rouge blush. And we're going to apply some around the apples of our cheek using this brush here that I barely ever use. Sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy, guys. I'm tired. I'm still moving in. Like when I say I did 95% of my move by myself, so I'm like tired. The blush. And then I want to add a little bit of highlighter. So we're going to be using the same highlight from this Makeup by Mario palette. I mean, not palette, but compact. And we're just going to, that was pigment. I was not expecting. Let me see if I can grab my little fur baby. He's big, y'all. He's heavy. My dog is heavy. I'm talking about, he's a big stepper. He's heavy. So let me see if I can pick him up. Here he is. He doesn't like getting picked up, but this is Noah. You can't see us. He's literally 4 months. Noah, look at the camera. Taking his nap. And look at me. I'm out of breath. And he is such a blessing. He's sitting here staring at me like, why the heck did you just pick me up? I don't know how much he weigh, but he heavy. Okay. One of the reasons also about moving around, I do want to mention this for those of you who are out there, maybe this can help someone, is that you're walking in your purpose. And just because you're not moving from here to there does not mean you're not walking in your purpose. But when you walk in your purpose, God will have you going here to there sometimes. So don't be shocked if all of a sudden you get to moving around. Also, maybe your future career, I do know my future career, you're going to have to move around. You're going to be traveling around. So God is a great preparer. God is an amazing preparer. Like nobody can prepare you like God will. So when you're walking in your purpose, you see things differently. You see things others don't see, and you may well have to move around. So I've been walking in my purpose and grateful to God that He's allowed me to do that and have had the grace and mercy, because I most definitely I'm a little much, okay? I'm a little much. So I want to apply my favorite eyebrow gel first. Eyebrow gel is in Merit. This is the Merit Beauty Eyebrow Gel. The shade is what? Black brown. Pop that up, just like that. The Pillow Talk number 3 lip liner. And you know, one thing I've noticed on social media, have you guys noticed that more people are like talking about God? Use this Chanel light brown liquid lipstick. One side is a liquid lip, one side is a gloss. I really like this. I want to add the gloss, even though you're supposed to let it dry, but oh well. Now I need to go and get my spray. Should I do hair down? I'm not going anywhere, but should I do hair down? Oh, I like this look. I finally want to mention, you know, God helping me gather myself. Like, I feel like I'm just getting back on track to things. I've literally have been in the house even after the pandemic. I'm organizing, I'm getting back to things, getting back to like feeding my dream, you know, and I just want to say it's okay. Like, things are not necessarily put on a pause. And I want to say that because when you have to go into an isolation or you have to be prepared for a certain thing, God can speed all of that up. So it was like it never really was a pause. He just had to make sure you were like ripe, like you were ready, you were refined. Finally getting settled in, you guys are going to see consistent uploading. I can't wait to share more with you guys, and make sure you stay tuned for my Living in Atlanta video, because I want to make one. I've always watched them, and honestly they're the most entertaining and intriguing for some reason. I don't know, but they are. I want to make one, and I'm just going to kind of give wisdom and shed light and kind of just give advice on people who want to move to different places, and like what you should do, and you know, how you can stay protected, and what you should pray, and all that good stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching.
Walk, let your sleep talk. Don't wanna wake up.